This is 10 Questions with Greg Bedard and Felger Mazz on 98.5, The Sports Hub.
All right, 10 questions around the league and here in New England. 10 questions, 10 minutes. We got to be on time. Jimmy, what are our buzzer options?
How about putting Mac Jones on Dallas's team Sunday, just for the giggles?
Nope. Can't say that. Go ahead. Next. Potra. Potra?
Poitras.
I thought it was Poitras.
Matthew Poitras.
Poitras.
Poi.
Poitras.
Patra.
Patra.
Poitras.
Patra.
Poitras.
Patra. Matthew Patra. Freaking clown show.
Seriously. Seriously, 100%.
Next. F me. Screw me. What do I like?
It sounded like song lyrics. The way very
Yeah.
sing-songy way about it.
Well, I just answered the question, Phil, so sorry if you don't like the answer, but it's the same answer.
Next.
Last one.
How many questions?
How many questions?
All right, go ahead. Hit it. F me. Screw me. What do I like? What's the song we're thinking of, Murray, with the chick rocker?
Yeah.
Do me? I don't know if we're on the same level of what we're thinking about, but that's it.
F me, screw me.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I know.
What is that? That's not
it's
garbage,
not
is it?
registered. No, I can't.
I don't know. I don't know if I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, Mazz does. Mazz with me.
Yeah.
Number 10, does Josh McDaniels have what it takes to be an NFL head coach?
He does. He has the potential. I mean, he has a brilliant football mind. I just don't
How come
know.
I don't see it on Sundays?
Well, because I think he takes on too much. I think he expends too much energy on things that aren't in focus, and he's too much in his play sheet. I think if he just managed the game, if he got somebody to run his offense and he just sat there and thought stuff up during the game, he would give his team an edge. They've lost 10 games the past year. They've had 14 losses since he's been there, and 10 of them have been won by one score or less. If he was thinking more in totality about the game, I think he would put them over the top.
My answer is no. In his last 44 games as a head coach, he's 13-31. Okay, that goes back to Denver where he started 6-0. I like the guy. I want him on my staff. I just don't know if he can be a head coach.
No, coordinator only. And I feel like every game I watch that's on primetime that he's head coaching, there's always at least a decision. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And last night it was going for that field goal, which I thought was gutless late in the game. His defense bailed him out, and he got lucky. So when this job ends, this is the last head coaching job he'll have.
Next.
Well, I just answered the question, Phil, so sorry if you don't like the answer, but it's the same answer.
Number 9, what are you seeing or not seeing from Jordan Love and the Packers after their last 2 nationally televised losses?
He just needs to play. He reminds me a lot of Rodgers after he sat his first year. I mean, look, they went 6-10 his first year. And it wasn't because they lacked talent. He just wasn't ready. You have to learn on the fly. And I just think he's inexperienced.
It feels too conservative to me. Like that, I know they were talking last night a lot about getting the ball down the field, but there are a lot of check down throws. They don't feel to me like they get him moving enough, given what he can do with his legs. So I'd get him rolling out, moving like that. Make him a playmaker. That's what he is.
He sucks throwing the ball down the field. Here's the numbers to prove it. They're ugly. Jordan Love on passes thrown over 5 yards the last 2 weeks. 14 of 32 with 5 interceptions. A halfway competent quarterback should be able to shred the Raiders secondary that blows.
So you're done with Jordan Love?
Yep, he's out. He sucks. Put him on the board. He's done.
He throws a good ball. So I don't know why he's not more accurate downfield. He also, I'm not bailing him out. He doesn't have anyone to throw to. His receivers aren't ready. Those are all young, the highest drafted receiver they got is a second-round pick. So he's not really throwing to anyone.
No Bakhtiari.
I mean, Watson could have made a play for him last night and gotten a touchdown on a long ball. He didn't go get it. Progress isn't linear, is what it is. He made some really nice plays in the second half against the Saints. And he sort of regressed, and I could tell what happened last night is they put too much on his shoulders in that Lions game. He was in the shotgun throwing all night against the Lions. And rightfully, they said, well, what are we doing here? No. Run the ball, manage. This is a young quarterback. You have to manage him and try and do that thing. So it felt like last night they were a little too conservative. But he's still not ready. He's got to play. I'm with Greg.
And by the way, you jinxed him. You totally jinxed him.
How so?
In 10 questions after... his
I was just asking.
There.
I was just asking.
Jinx.
I was just asking.
Yeah, it's your fault, Felger.
Leave your teams alone.
He'll be there. Just you got to be patient, Murray. Go ahead, next.
How many questions?
How many questions is that, Bill? It was 15. Number 8, are you rooting for or against, or are you rooting against Sean Payton like everyone else seems to be?
Not really, but I've always thought that he's had a very punchable face. Back even when he was a Cowboys assistant coach.
I have no shame. Yep, I'm rooting against him. I'm rooting against him hard. I think he's come off as a complete a-hole since he came back. He can't lose enough for my liking.
100% rooting against him. Oh, look, it's another red-ass coach who's been exposed as a fraud without his Hall of Fame quarterback. Real shame he's being humbled. I love it. Keep losing.
Next. Poitras. Poitras?
I thought it was Poitras.
Matthew Poitras. If Kirk Cousins is traded, since we brought this up the last couple days, if he is traded from Minnesota before the October 31st deadline, where would be the best landing spot for him?
Washington. Go back to where it started.
Oh, good one.
That is good.
Yeah, not bad. Cleveland or Tennessee? If the Browns had a quarterback, because Deshaun Watson blows, if they got Cousins, they could win I wouldn't rule them out to win the conference.
Those are both good answers. I should have went with Cleveland, but I went with the unsexy Atlanta Falcons. Good roster, suck division. Desmond Ritter's not the answer. The Falcons should be in on them.
Next. F me. Screw me. What do I like? What's the song we're thinking of? You just gotta. You gotta. It's not garbage. Who's the
Let
female?
me come back home or something.
Lead? No.
Hold on. This is terrible.
It's not garbage, Murray, but it's. It's another one with a
spank me, whip
old
me.
man radio.
It's not. It's from the 90s.
Okay.
Where was I? Speaking of the deadline, Greg, if the Pats were in sell mode and you were another team, who would you target on the Patriots?
Truth be told, nobody. I don't. Now that Judon's hurt, Judon to me is the only player on this team.
Okay.
Everybody else, they're so overrated. Duggar, Uche, maybe Hunter Henry. I would go for.
Well, we'll take Gonzalez off the board because
Right.
they wouldn't trade him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who?
Someone active.
Who might the Patriots? Not just that, but who might the Patriots be willing to trade? Who you would want if you were another team at the deadline?
For me, it's Duggar, Andrews, Uche, and Henry.
I put Duggar and Jonathan Jones.
Jones is a good one.
If you're looking for secondary help and you're a playoff caliber team, those two. Because again, I tried to pick guys who are on the field now. But it's hard.
I put real effort into this answer. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I call Bill and say I'd like Hunter Henry for a third-round pick. Travis Kelce's hurt. They could use depth at tight end, could use a weapon. He's good in the red zone.
Third-round
Henry.
pick.
He's
in a contract year.
He's implying you guys didn't put any work into that answer.
Oh, no, I put work into the answer. I just had trouble coming up with names.
The roster stinks.
I'm trying. You got to try to pick relevant positions. Like, what do you want me to do? Come up with Lawrence Guy?
I believe the song you're thinking of is
Jawan Bentley?
ABCDEFU from Gail. F you and your mom and your sister. And
No, that's
No,
not.
it's not it.
That's the one. That's
not
what I'm
it.
thinking of. Yep.
Next.
Ding.
Well, I just answered the question, Bill, so sorry if you don't like the answer, but it's the same answer.
Tool bag question. Is Las Vegas, the city itself, is it cool or is it made up of a bunch of tool bags? Do you like Las Vegas?
So I love the Las Vegas area in general. Like I like Henderson, where the Raiders are located, like cool suburb. Like I like, the weather, the golf courses, and I like how, the downtown, the strip is there for entertainment purposes. I think it's really cool.
No. Tool bags. Totally. In and out, 2 days tops. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, reasonably entertaining for 24 hours, maybe 36. After that, get the F out.
Yeah, mostly tool bags. I'm going to middle it, though. It's just fine. 3 days tops. I'm with Mazz.
3?
It's plastic. It's all a bit much, but it's warm and it's got pools. So if you're warm, you got pools, I'm usually in.
It's overrated warm. They shut the pool. They shut pools down in the off season. You can't.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh no. When we're there at the Super Bowl in February, there's no pools.
Oh, come on.
I'm saying this like I know, but like I know for sure. I think I know the several times I've been there in the winter months, and no.
Oh, that could change everything.
That's Miami Beach. That's Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, that's South Florida. And there's certain days you can't even do that, but pools are open and you're hanging out by a pool. In Vegas, I don't think you're hanging at pools in February. I hate to break it to you.
I don't like hearing that.
Next.
How about putting Mac Jones on Dallas's team Sunday, just for the giggles?
When you think of the Raiders, the brand, the organization, what do you think of?
Al Davis.
Lawlessness.
Penalty flags and stupid draft picks.
Thank you. That's closer to what I think of them. Yeah. Overrated trash.
Dirty players.
You know how I've always felt about this. trash organization.
Trash is a good word for them.
Overrated trash organization.
They're kind of trashy with all those weirdos in the stands and everything else.
There was a time, I'll give it to Al Davis, because he was a football guy. There was a time he knew football and could pick winning players. But that's about it. And I think John Madden was a classy, good guy. And I think you people, you Patriots fans, are the biggest bunch of babies when you talk about him telling Brady to take a knee at the Super Bowl. You sound like a bunch of tool bags.
So you mean
When Darryl Stingley was paralyzed, I'm not done. When Darryl Stingley was paralyzed, your entire Patriots organization got on a plane and flew home and left Darryl by himself in a hotel room. You know who came and visited him? John Madden and his wife. And if you asked Stingley about it till his dying days, he remembers John Madden and his wife being there for him when the Patriots weren't. And you all, take a knee. Oh, how does that sound, John? Like you baby tool bags. Pisses me off every time I hear you cry about that. So he said take a knee. Big deal. John Madden was cool. Al Davis at one point a million years ago knew what he was doing. Otherwise, that organization, complete overrated trash.
So Al Davis had a time.
He had a time.
But it passed him by?
A long time ago, yes.
Oh, interesting.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? All right, I'm done. Next. F me. Screw me. What do I like? Boomer and Gio today on The Fan in New York. We're speculating on the bottom falling out on the Giants. Okay, the Giants bottoming them out, and then how about this? Firing Daboll, selecting Caleb Williams number 1, and bringing in Bill Belichick as head coach. If you were a Giants fan, how would you feel about that?
I would hate it. I don't want Belichick anywhere near my franchise quarterback. He's probably bringing like Juju Sanu and Lil Jordan Humphrey and Chad Ochocinco. Like, are you kidding me? Brian Daboll made Josh Allen Josh Allen. Like, I'm just fine with Brian Daboll. Really, they're going to fire him after one bad season? They made the playoffs last year with a garbage roster. We tried to tell all the Giants fans they weren't that good, and they all cried. What do you mean we're not that good? You see now? You're not good.
If I were a Giants fan, I would like it because I'm desperate and I'm stupid.
I thought this was a two-parter. Giants fan, I'd throw myself down a flight of stairs because the game's passed him by.
Hold on. If you were Belichick, how would you feel about this?
Boner City. I mean, it's where he made his name.
Oh,
He
for sure.
loves the place.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
Complete
Boner.
Boner Village.
Yep. We're talking diving board.
Lower East Boner Village.
He might even leave the microphone up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Bill would do that in a heartbeat. Next.
How many questions?
Along the same lines, if Brian Daboll were available and became the next Patriots head coach, how would we feel about that?
I'm good with it. He knows modern offense. He knows how to make a quarterback play well. And so let's go.
Good. I like it. I like the idea. I'm good with it.
I'm only into it if it means we're getting a new quarterback.
Fair. Next. Poitras. Poitras?
I thought it was Poitras.
Matthew Poitras.
It's just so stupid.
You watching Connor Bedard tonight? Or what?
I thought it was Poitras.
When you think of a coach in the pros or major colleges, in any sport, in any era, but the coach who stayed on too long and lost it at the end, who comes to mind?
Number 1 is Woody Hayes, Ohio State, punching the Clemson player.
So for you kids who don't know, what year was that? Do you know? Was it like 78?
70s? Yeah.
It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
I thought it was the later 70s. But this was this old kook coach for Ohio State, was there forever. And he did kind of lose it there at the end to the point where Ohio State threw an interception. And the kid on the other team, was it Notre Dame? I can't remember.
Clemson. 1978 Gator Bowl.
78 Gator Bowl. Clemson intercepts his player, and he happens to run into the sidelines where Woody Hayes was. Woody Hayes grabs him by the face.
He started
whacking him in the
wailing
head.
on
Google it. Google
Yeah,
Woody Hayes.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, Google it. Just
comes right up.
YouTube it, Google it. Woody Hayes is the answer.
Joe Paterno. I thought it got really bad at Penn State.
Bobby
Oh, you
Knight.
think?
Bobby
No,
Knight
not
was
just
close.
that, all the way around.
No, but include that.
Yeah, that too. I mean, Joe Paterno is my answer.
That
on
was my answer, too. I mean, he was a pudding brain statue for the last, 15 years, and it wasn't just the horrors off the field. He was useless as a coach.
Bobby Knight's close, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of
was he?
choking a player.
Oh, God, I just need to. The Woody Hayes punching the guy on the sidelines is just so. Things you want. Like, that's one of those, it's like, there's a knock on the door after the game. Coach? Woody, I think maybe it's time.
You think Bill's going to punch Mac Jones?
Yeah, you have to wonder.